also going to be saving up a battery and deploying that battery to try to defend as much as possible. And he's also going to be saving up a battery and deploying that battery to try to defend as much as possible.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Today we're in chess in tier 2, and with me there is Tipsybot. Hello, Tipsy.
Yes, ciao e benvenuto, Fedivara. That has exhausted the ability of my Italian. Although I have learnt, what did you teach me there just before we started?
Uh, Good evening, it's buonasera.
Buonasera.
Yes, perfect.
I was actually going to say good evening, but then I think there's a footballer manager that says like good evening.
Yeah, it's better buonasera.
Yes, but yes, as you did rightfully say, Fera, we are here in Monza for the
Yeah,
Italian Grand Prix, and it's a lovely sunny day. No surprise there, being Italy, of course. But hopefully, the lads, one of the lads that could maybe get me old mucker there, Chief, can maybe let me know, or anybody else that knows, what's the weather forecast going to be? Is it going to be a dry? It's likely going to be a dry, but then again, it is Codemasters. We never know what they're going to do. So yes, if you find out what the weather's going to be like, lads, let us know. Fida.
Yeah, it's gonna be, I think, try, hopefully. And also, I mean, let's go where in Monza we are. One of the best track ever, in my opinion.
Well, Fida, you are slightly biased, I have to say, considering that it is your home country. But do you live far from Monza?
Yeah, not too much, to be honest. It's like, well, 200 kilometers away. So yeah, quite away.
Well, yeah, it's a fair wee distance, as we would say. Or as we say in Ireland, that would be a quarrel dander.
Yeah.
You don't have to reply to that. I don't expect you to understand that. But what are you thinking, Feta, in terms of this qualifying session? Who is your favourite looking down the grid?
I wanna bet for. Oh, there is also Max, SLR Max. I wanna bet him. Yeah, he's gonna main the pole.
So
For you?
Well, to pick up on who you were saying there, Max. So it's hard to keep track of all the Maxes in SLR because I think there's been a few over the years. Of course, the most common one that I would be familiar of would be Max Splits, the guy that I can never pronounce. Le Française, mais oui. But I'm not quite sure about this SLR Max. Is he a recent addition?
No, I mean it's been off for a while, but now, yeah, it's first race of this season. He's been racing in tier 3, I think, last year, tier 4. But he's fast, but maybe sometimes not too consistent. But yeah, he's fast.
Well, because he's kind of an unknown quantity to me, the guys that I do know who are quick are Lavi, who's just put the first pole time in there, or the initial lap with the 121. That's going to get a lot quicker than that, that's for sure, as we just said it. Mr. Furious, I'm familiar with. Pineapple, I'm quite familiar with quite a lot of these guys, but I would expect to see Blindevink definitely taking the pole or being very close to the pole. And if not him, I reckon Snella Henke. He's a dark horse. Snella is a pretty good driver. I've raced a lot with him over the past year or so since he joined SLR, and he's just been getting better and better and better. But not only has his racing ability been getting better, Feta, but his speed. He's increasing his speed as he's learning. Another dark horse, actually, I just noticed. Thor is here. Thor is doing pretty good in the tier that I'm racing in SLR for the Red Bulls. He knows how to probably not going to get pole. I think that's fair. I think he would agree with that. But I would say for the race, Thor would be one to watch because he'll definitely be I would say, in about the top 5. But yes, a long-winded answer. I think for pole, it's probably going to be Blindevink.
Okay, so for you, yeah, the pole is gonna be Blindevink, and for me, Max. But also keep an eye on Chief, which is driving the Alpha Tauri. So is he gonna make the 4? You know, it's Italy, you know, new feelings.
Well, look, let me tell you about Chief. I know Chief. I know Chief better than he knows himself, right? And Chief is not quick, right? I have beaten him not only on track in this game, but I've beaten him in real life as well on repeated occasions at karting. Mr. Chief will bottle it. He's going to bottle it. He's going to invalidate it.
Okay.
And I'm allowed to be cruel to him because I know where he lives. Okay, he's like.
Okay, so let's see where he's gonna end. Oh, in the pit, he's gonna end. Nice.
But in terms of the quality times now, they're already pretty decent as they are.
Yeah,
Duarte up
20.4.
on- Yeah, 120.4. Now, I know there's a certain Italian, I can't think who his name is, but there's a certain Italian, he can do the 119s. I think he can actually go quicker. Would you know anything about that, Fera?
No, I mean, I don't know any Italian driver on this and on SLR League, so I don't know what you're speaking about. We'll discover it maybe on Friday, I think.
Yes, well, we're going to find out, yes, tomorrow, actually. We're going to find out tomorrow
Yes, tomorrow. Yeah.
whom this Italian is that I speak of which. That doesn't make any sense. But the people, they can figure me out anyway, because we have a wee special hot lap edition. Normally I do the wee hot laps, but I have a special edition hot lap. Well, it's not really that special, but it's a special edition for the purpose of this conversation. It's a special edition hot lap, which we will be hosting tomorrow. Anyway,
Yep.
Gonna check out the chat. Oh, look at this. We've got some heavyweights. We got Mr. Owen. Heavyweight Mr. Owen. That should really be in tier 1. We have Piggles himself in the chat. Let's go, boys. That's me. That's me finished.
So yeah, I mean, first point it's 20.4. And also, yeah, I mean, as I heard you speak Italian, you understand Italian very, very well. I'm gonna ask you a question.
I am more fluent in Italian than you are, Phil.
Than me? Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm Chinese. Don't you remember it?
Oh, yes. And
So-
je suis française. Ouais.
Yeah.
No, français, because française is the feminine version. So, yeah. Okay.
So
Yes,
yeah, I wanna ask you
am
a
fluent in
question.
Italian. Go ahead.
Tipsy, cosa ne pensi di questo tracciato?
I usually take 2 sugars in my tea, yes. But 2 small sugars, actually, yes.
Secondo te, chi sarà il pilota del giorno?
Yeah, I think it's a one-stop, yes. It's a one-stop strategy, yeah.
E chi vincerà questa gara?
Yes, well, I am actually, it's funny you should say that, because I am actually on board with Lavi as he starts this lap. So thank you for that intro, Feta. As he's coming down into the first chicane, you want to run on board with Lavi, please? And he's getting on the par nice and early as he's going around the Curve de Grande, hogging that right-hand side of the track. Of course, it is the shortest distance around it. You'll see some guys running it wide, but that's not the best way to do it. 100-meter board on the break point. He's doesn't seem like he's pushing too hard this lap, but sometimes the slow ones can actually be pretty or could end up being quite quick. Oh, look at that! He
He's
catches
spun.
the inside to the curb. Curbs are brutal in this year's game, and he just caught a little bit too much of the curb, dragged his car around.
Yeah, and also he's driving with the hut, so not easy to drive this car this year.
Well, I tell you, we're also going to start a wee lap here with Cuerte, currently on pole. He is just crossing the line to start his lap. Most likely he's going to improve here, so let's run on board with Cuerte. I think I'm saying that right, Cuerte.
Yeah, I don't know.
100-meter board, bang, heavy on the brakes, drops her down to the second, holds her in second, and will he short shift? Not really. Takes it up in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. So here we go, he's taking a wide line in the entry into Curva Grande. Does he hold it in the inside? Oh, yes, he does indeed. I am furious. I'm always calm, but I am furious does indeed take the pole position currently off Cuerte.
Oh.
But let's see how he gets on here on this lap to see if he can snatch it back off him. As we're going to go around Lesmos.
Oh, that was-
a little bit slidey as he ended. Is it Lesmos or Lesmo?
Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. It's basically Lesmo first and Lesmo second.
So, okay, so Lesmo will do. Anyway, into a scarring, 100-meter boards, cuts a little bit of the inside curb. You are allowed to do that. You want to get too greedy on those curbs, though, or you will end up like Lavi. Pretty reasonably tidy, although he was a little bit slidey into the Lesmo.
Lesmo.
Just, yes. Parabolica just to go. So he's going to throw it, let the car drift out, and then you want to twist it back in again. Oh, he's a little bit wide. I'm not sure this will be enough to beat it. Although you can be
It is.
deceiving, and it is. See what I mean, people? It doesn't necessarily have to look quick, but it can be.
And also Jeep now is improving on Lesmo now, and now he's approaching the other Lesmo, which you have to take the green part, which he didn't take it, and now we're on the straight, the second straight. which is now on the Ascari. You need to be to cut the green part on your left as much as you can, but here it didn't carry too much speed, which is now in the other straight, which, well, we know everyone, which in Monza you can overtake. And now is on Parabolica, which you suffer a lot of understeer, and after you get oversteer the exit, which now Parabolica is called also Alboreto, dedicated to the driver, and now is 20.9 in fourth place.
Yeah, I think Chief could definitely do.
Yeah, 6 tenths off to Furious.
Yeah, he can definitely do better than that. So he's obviously going to rush right now to get one more last run in, and yeah, we're getting near the interesting moment or the hot point of quality here. Whenever these guys will be getting themselves ready to set in that mega lap, although they might get, I would say, because of the nature of this track, you probably get 2 more runs in possibly. Who are we on board here? I'm running a run on board with Tranquilo as he's navigating his way around the back straight off a Scar, or not a Scary, forgive me, off Mon. Oh, Max, indeed, as you called it. Max.
Yeah, Paul.
So, no one quite yet getting into the 19s, although that is close as we've got so far.
I told you.
Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean? I told you. It's 6 minutes to go, fella. Calm your pants, man.
By the way, Mendes has left the session. Who is?
Who is Mendes? We may never know who Mr. Mendes is, but alas, I don't believe he was a racer anyway.
And Thor in P6, by the way. 20.9.
Yes, like I said, I would expect to see him up around that wee area.
Yeah.
Definitely the upper end of, say, 7th higher, definitely.
And Chief is, Chief in P4, so you don't know him too much well, to be honest. Tipsy-bop.
Just wait and see.
Okay, I wait.
You don't get points for qualifying.
That's true.
Bear in mind that Blindevink has put the same time as Chief, identical time, except Blinde put them on in the the mediums.
Yeah. And
but
now,
I am furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am furious. Just starting his lap, Feta, if you want to watch on board him.
Yeah,
this
sure.
could potentially, if he can nail this could potentially be pole. So here we're going down to the first chicane. Keeping a close eye, lads. Everyone watching, keeping a close eye on that top right-hand corner of the sector time. I want to see that I get a minus on it, anyone that's unfamiliar, and that means he's improving. Plus, of course, means he's going slower. Holding up nice and tight around Curva Grande. Let's see. So he is up just under 2 tenths, which, well, yeah, that would put him pole as of yet. But of course, would I put where am I? 20.3. Yeah, I think I would put him near pole. Oh, he doesn't want to ride too wide. He's invalidated. So he's going to have to rush round really quickly to get one last run in. Who else is on a lap?
Sven Henke, which is improving now. He's not Parabolica, and now he's getting the main straight. He's gonna take the flag. Probably not this last lap, but 20.7, which is in P4 ahead of his teammate in Tier 4, Chief. So that's also here the competition between these two drivers, probably the oldest of this session.
Yes. It's one I'm going to be keeping a wee eye on. Well, I'm going to be trying to keep 2 eyes on 2 drivers, Cuerte and Max, going out for their fastest lap that they can do naturally to make sure that Max is going to want to secure the pole. Cuerte is going to want to steal it from him, but don't. Oh, Blindevink! I'm just watching him. He lost it. He has lost it at the. I can't remember the name of that final chicane, but he's lost it there.
Scarred.
Yes, the Scary, forgive me, yes. He's taking a little bit too much curb. As predicted, you can take a little bit. You don't want to get too greedy, otherwise that is what will happen. He should have enough time, though. He will have enough time, actually, to get back round.
Yeah, probably. Which I'm watching Max on board, and he's doing a very slow outlap.
Well, I think you should actually run on board with Cuerte, because he's further up, and he's going to start his lap. If you want to watch... I'll watch Cuerte, yes, because I was going to say you watch Max, and that wouldn't make sense. So anyway, running on board with Cuerte, here we go. This will be his ultimate lap. Let's see if he can do enough to take the pole off Max. So let's keep a close eye on that.
A little bit wide. I think he lost time.
Oh, yes. Too deep, a bit off, a
Yeah.
little bit too much. Yeah, he's
What
given
of,
up.
and
He
now
gives
there
up.
is Max, which I think is invited on the Parabolica because
Yes, indeed. The map is red, which would suggest it is invalidated, so he's not going to get another time in. Although you never know, he might have
yeah,
enough
I think
fuel.
so.
Oh, Kiertes lost it at
Oh yeah,
the second chicane. So let me see. Let me see. Blinda, is Blind going to move out? Blinda is going out. Blinda Vink is moving out now off the pits with a fresh set of softs. So he is the one to watch, I believe, folks.
yeah, probably indeed. But also, yeah, I mean, we have Chief Furious, which we didn't speak too much about him, but I mean, he's in P3 and he could take the pole. We'll see.
I mean, when you look down the times, a lot of these guys have set reasonably decent banker laps in. Whether they were holding off a little bit, I don't know. But when you look down to these, the further down the grid, don't know if they've got enough in them to take that pole off Max. But there definitely is a few of them. Blinda is one. Snella, I would say, has got a good chance of it. And then, of course, Mr. Furious himself, another one. So it's going to be a tricky one.
Yeah.
So, Feta, I think I Am Furious is the furthest up the road.
I'm
so
just watching the first sector of Chief, which it did quite well, and now he's approaching the Rocha. It's 1 10 off. It's best sector 1, but he did very well this Rocha, and now we are on the Scary. But meanwhile there is Furious, which is in the hot lap. So let's go on board with him.
yes, I am indeed on board with Mr. Furious. Him or Blindevink, I believe, will be the only two guys to take this off, or the pole off Max. No disrespect to anyone else, but from what I know of these guys, they are the two quickest. So here we go. Let's see. He's going around Curva Grande. Sector 1 time. Let's see. And he's down just a fraction. But that's not no bad thing. He can still get enough of this lap to recover this. Although he's going to have to nail 2 mega sectors here around Lesmo. So he's navigating this nicely, cutting just enough curve. Don't run too wide. It's easy to spin there. DRS activated. Here we go. Almost over this lap. Where is his sector 2 time saying? And he's still down. He's still, although it's showing purple, but it's I don't believe that's true because he's still down. Unless we're getting some kind of spectator bug, but he is not up on his lap at all. But almost over. Parabolica, let's see what the telemetry says. He's running very deep. Very tight there. Here we go. Crossing the line. And what's he got? What's he can do? Oh, he did improve just a fraction.
Well, I think if he wasn't go on the gravel, on the grass, probably would set, at least it would be even closer to Max. To be honest, that's Blindy. He said 20.1 second. So the pole, as I said before, it's of Max.
No, there's still a couple of guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
There's still a couple of guys still running on doing their laps. Tranquilo is about to come around across the line. He's getting a lovely slipstream here from Thor. He's going to steal every last inch of that, which he does. Not enough to take pole. Anyone else? Chief Banks backs out of this lap.
JR, which is P6.
Yeah, so that's it there. Everyone has pretty much done their lap. Oh wait, hang on a minute. What's going on here? Derogatory's on an out lap. Are we getting this time bug? No.
Oh yeah, probably we got it. Yeah, because basically when you have time bug, I tested on practice session. Basically on qualifying, you can do like you have your normal timer, and even if the other and the right timer, you can do like 15 minutes of qualifying. If there is the timer. So yeah, Coda must have to fix it.
The Argentine Pineapple is up on his time. He is up on his time, but at the moment it would not be enough to put him anywhere near.
And also, I don't know if in the future would be allowed to do that.
What's going on here? Looks like there's a ghost car.
He's also lagging a little bit. Yeah, he is.
That's his lap done. So that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah.
Feta, The two guys, well, actually, you know what? The top 7 guys, with the exception of Agafa, because I wasn't quite familiar with him. All the guys we predicted, Feta, would be in the top section are indeed in the top half. Futuristic is a quick driver. I don't know what's going on here, whether he has purposely, strategically planned to start P11, who knows? But what's the strat here, Feta?
Rot, it's left is soft medium. You don't suffer too much of tire wear in this track, so probably that all running on maximum pressure, let's say. I don't honestly remember how many laps are there in this track. I think 26, 27. So yeah, I mean soft medium depth is the strategy, or medium soft, depend where do you start. But yeah, I mean also the start, I mean Max takes the ball, but for the start it's not the best place because we know the straight is quite long, so I think Blindy and Furious have a good chance to overtake him on the first turn if they get a good start, obviously.
Yeah, we can see here on the final standings that Mr. Thor has got himself a 5-second position, or sorry, a 5-place grid penalty.
Oh yeah, we Thunders.
So I'm not sure. Yeah, with Mr. Thunders, not optimal, one would say. But yes, as you were saying there, Feta, Max is indeed on pole, as you predicted. But he does have an awful lot of very quick drivers behind him. And there is this lovely long run into the first chicane, possibly the most action-packed corner of any race start, I think. The first turn at Monza.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite dangerous, let's say, because, I mean, let's say a lot of style bump. Anything can happen on the first turn of Monza. And on ACC, it's even worse. So yeah, I think there will be at least one incident.
And of course, safety car is on into S. I actually think it's on standard. I don't think it's on reduced.
Yeah, I think it's on standard, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting track, Monza, because you would think, well, there's not many. Mr. Icewind has joined. He must be doing a bit of crew chiefing for Mr. Chief. What was I going to say there? Yeah, it's an interesting track, Monza, in the sense that, you know, there's not really many corners, I think is a fair analysis to say. And there's not really, like, the walls are not coming in up against you like the nature of, like, say, Monaco and Baku, but safety cars are quite common in Monza. It's just given the high-speed nature of the track. So, heck, who knows? Turn 1, lap 1, we may indeed get an early safety car.
I mean, yeah, that's the most scary thing about Monza because, yeah, safety car is common on this track, as you said. And also, yeah, I mean, the first lap is the most critical, in my opinion. Especially for turn 1, because, I mean, there is, like, space for 2 cars, indeed, but, I mean, it's like a corner which you try to dive bomb. And, I mean, if you get lucky, you can gain a lot of position. If you're not, you will just crash and ruin your race. But, I mean, there is safety cars, so hopefully we're not gonna get a safety car every 4 laps.
So how would you say it's the lights out at Monza in Italian?
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
How would you say it's lights out at... how would you say it's lights out at Monza in Italian?
Well, just say 1, 2, 3, sui motori, 4, 5, via per il Gran Premio di Monza. That's what
Doesn't
you
matter.
say.
I think I'll just give that a miss. So, yes, we're just waiting for the lads to all bunch up onto their respective grid positions in their little boxes. Anyone watching isn't familiar, the yellow line is extremely long so that the drivers within their cockpit can see where their tire is, because of course they need to stop their tire on that line.
I mean, if you... Okay, so if you want to say the letter out, you want to say spegnimento delle luci.
Yes, I can't do that. but I will do the race start
Okay.
as the lights are on, and it is go at Monza as they all floor it off the line. The Red Bull of Blindevink gets a little bit twitchy, but he's got the position already done before turn one. He got a mega launch off the line. Oh, but he gets almost tapped. Who is that? That's the Williams.
Yeah.
Lavi Soul gets spun. I think it's Quiarty gets spun around. Blindevink still holds on to that P1. Max down to P2. Furious to P3. Snelly up to P4. And everyone is following nicely behind, but there's the next section where they might get another couple of more overtakes. We got the Williams going up in the inside, covering, I think, off Chief. Everyone's managing to navigate all their way around. We got a car off. It's derogatory Pineapple. Pineapple is off into the wall. He is able to get it around. I don't see any. Oh yes, he's suffering major end plate damage on that Mercedes. Meanwhile, back at the action, P6 Agafaz Jr. is right on the gearbox of Lavi, but thinks better off moving out on that chicane at the Saskari because, there is 27 laps. It's a race, not a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, that's sick.
And after we know what happened.
Neo Dio is trying to have a wee move. I think that was Quiarty actually getting the move done on Neo Dio, but Neo Dio not afraid to deploy.
The inside, they're side by side. The main story, but yeah, Neo Dio is gonna. No, he's not. I was thinking about taking the slipstream of his teammate Tranquilo, but he's not. But maybe is he gonna try the dive over the inside? No, he's not.
Oh, Tranquilo's off. His teammate's off.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if there was any contact or anyone got a little bit tap. I think he might have just overcooked that one, but one mistake. And look at this, he's falling back. He's getting swamped by these drivers. Will he be able to hold on enough to keep the move, defend this position of Thor? Thor is not a risky driver. He plays it smart. He's not going to send it. Tranquilo now back on those reasonably fresh softs, but he will be one to come back until the here. Oh, we got a yellow.
Oh, we got the yellow flag.
Agafa is off. Is he able to get control of that car back on track?
Yeah,
I think that he should be safe enough. I don't think there'll be a safety car.
And by the way,
yes.
This is already 1.5 seconds gap. 1.7 now to Max.
Federer, it's only 2 laps in, but I think it might be a little bit too early for me to say, told you. Told you. Mr. Blind is
but I just said Max wanna have the pole, not the win. So you didn't tell me anything about it.
Tranquilo, Tranquilo got the move done on Tilda in at Parabolica, but DRS, of course, not activated just yet. It should be activated this lap, and then we should start seeing a bit of a train developing, I would expect.
Yep. And yeah, 1.9 gap. And also there is now his teammate, Furious, Max teammate, which are they gonna do some teamwork or they will just fight?
Tranquilo is really trying to desperately get past Futuristic here. Of course, Tranquilo, this is to be expected because Tranquilo is a much more improved driver than we have seen of late. He's found his mojo. And he is now deploying it on the racetrack, as we can see. And he has got these fresh softs. Here we go. He's going for the move on Futuristic. Futuristic, smart enough, knows not to fight that. Let him go. That's not your race. Let him go. You've got the longer duration tire. Don't sacrifice your... Oh, a little bit of wheel spin there, a little bit sideways for Futuristic.
Yeah, easy to spin on this car. That's sure in this year. It's also Monza, one of the trickiest laps. Trickiest track.
Oh, Tilda running really wide, the Parabolica, and now his teammates coming up his inside. Is there going to be a bit of working here? They probably will work together. They are teammates in SLR and the Red Bull. They work very well together, and so the one person Tilda will certainly not fight will be his teammate Thor.
Yep. And also we have Fly Fasol and Snellheim here, which I think they will fight each other. And now, yeah, Blind is still 1.8 seconds to Max, and no safety car is shown for this 4 laps.
Well, what I will say, Feta, as I did say, he's my favorite to win this race.
Yeah.
If we are lucky enough to say that there's no safety car whatsoever, and that if Blindevink doesn't make any mistake, he has won this race already. I just
Well,
know it.
yeah, I
Blind
mean,
is so
1.5
much faster
seconds.
than these guys.
Yeah, I mean, 1.5 seconds already, so... Yeah, if he will not make any mistakes, yeah, that's gonna be his win. But also, I mean, on this track, I think undercut. It's
Thor, look,
quite
check out
good.
Thor. Thor's going for maybe a wee move up the parabolic here. You maybe don't want to do it to just here, Thor, because you want to use the DRS. Do you want to give it to Futuristic? I think he did just enough to make sure he got the
No,
DRS.
oh yeah, he did. Smart move from
Oh, you
Thor,
see?
which I think now... Oh, but also Futuristic has DRS test side by side on the
He should be able to do it
first
though.
turn.
Futuristic will
It is
fight
gonna be
this
a
one.
tie for the we will fight. Oh, that was late.
That's about as
Break
close as you
for
want to
him,
get to
and
that
yeah,
rear end of that
Futuristic.
Alpha.
Nice defense for him. Very nice defense. And as we can see now, yeah, Furious now 1.3 seconds the gap between him and Max.
Thor
And
went down up the inside, at Curva Grande, and he got the move done on. No, it was trying. Yeah, it was, forgive me. It was Thor. He got the move done on Futuristic at the Curva Grande. It's the Fede.
yeah, you are absolutely right. And yeah, I mean, we have a tight fight between the midfield from Snellhanky to Chief. So from P5 to P7. And that's, I mean, yeah, Chief is in P7 now. Well, I mean, we know, I think you know better than me, as you told before, but he's bet on the race than qualifying.
Oh, Chief is much better in the race, certainly than Quali.
Yeah.
But it was almost like there's 3 races almost effectively what we're watching here. We've got Blindevink in a race of his own, and then you've got from Max to, say, Chief. They're all within touching distance of each other. Well, maybe not actually, because I'm seeing these times starting to change. Definitely from 5th to 7th is their little fight. And then behind them, you've got this little battle from Thor, Futuristic, Tilda, and Mr. Thunders.
Yep.
Of course, the DRS, this is what happens, as I said. You get this DRS train where it's like everyone just follows. So who knows? Anything can happen at Monza. We're only 6 laps in. Safety car does threaten there. Have you any idea, Feta, of what lap will the guys coming in on the softs for me?
For me, I think lap 10 or lap 12. Yeah, around that. I haven't done so much practice on this track, speaking about race, so I don't really know, but I think it's around lap 12, because I say before, you don't have too many problems about the tire, even the soft. But yeah, I mean, I think the guys will try to go as long as they can with this stint. And also, I mean, futuristic. I mean, he's... Oh! I think something happened to him. Oh, he spun. And now he's down to P12. As we get now, I think Thunders.
Quierte, forgive me there, Quierte. I was just taking a little sip of juice there. Quierte is really on the gearbox here of Snelle. Snelle is going to defend this one pretty hard, I think. He's got Lavi Soli in front of him. Snelle might still send this. Is he? No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it.
Yeah.
So he backs out of that one, and then Quierte now is catching up on the back of Lavi.
Yeah, Quierte seems very, very fast in this moment. And yeah, we're gonna see if he's gonna try here before the Ascari to overtake Lavi Fasole. Which we know Lavi Fasole is very, very fast, but maybe he's gonna try getting the slipstream. He's gonna go to the inside. No, he's not.
I don't think it'd be a good idea to pass him just here. He's far better just to wait for this DRS on the main straight and then use that next couple of corners, the next section, to try and get away from him. It is so difficult to try and break the DRS on some guys because, you know, you get them moved on the first main straight with the DRS, and then you don't have enough track to get away in time before the next DRS. So here we go.
Yeah, now they're slipstream. Now he's gonna take the DRS. He might overtake him. even before it. Yeah, I think this gonna be easy pass from Curity. Yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
that's such a overtake which you wanna make because you automatically gain time to the guy ahead of you because you got Slipstream and DRS, so more speed on the straight, and you didn't have to fight with the guy which you were fighting before. So that's very good for Curity.
We've got an interesting one here. Oh, Blinder gets himself 3
Oh yeah, 2
seconds.
seconds of penalty.
Oh, no, that.
Oh,
Oh,
and
and then
Furious as well.
that may indeed come back to haunt Blindevink if indeed there is a very late safety car. Penalties, you just do not want to get them time penalties, people. They can win or break your race.
Yeah, definitely.
But
And
further back here, Feta, we've got the Chief is behind Snell. Now these guys are good teammates. They work well together, but they're in opposing teams this time. How are they going to do it? I don't think they'll be much different. I think they will still treat each other with the same respect. Go ahead.
And by the way, Thor has made a move on the sky with Tranquilo. They weren't side by side, but I mean, I don't think that was the smartest move to make because now Tranquilo is gonna get the DRS. So we're gonna see now Tranquilo deploying his DRS. And yeah, he made the move. So yeah, I mean, we have Chief and Snell. You say that they are teammates in Tier 4, but now they are not in this moment. So are we gonna see any fight?
Yeah, well, I don't see any reason why they would change their, their attitudes. They'll probably be a little bit more leery, so to speak, whenever they're going to go for a move. But ultimately, the respect is always there. Tranquilo getting a little bit twitchy there. A reaction to that first chicane as he's approaching there. Oh, Tranquilo's lost it! Don't hit him, Thor!
Oh yeah!
Oh, he does get caught! Oh,
He
he's so desperately trying to avoid it, and the Ferrari ended up clipping the rear left off Thor and spins him around. Anything can happen. Futuristic just slips on through. Tranquilo also slips through. Oh, and Thor's lost it again because of the dirty tire.
Yeah.
Oh no, disaster for
Oh, and the Thunder spawn again, and Exeter was scary. Oh,
it's all
no.
starting to kick off here, people. All we need is one of these guys to make it a mistake at the wrong corner to lose their front wheel. Safety car will then be deployed.
And now, yeah, Blind is 2.6 seconds gap to Max. And now, I mean, I think soon we're gonna see someone which will pit. Now we're going into the pit window, so let's see. I think everyone will set the mediums if they start with soft and the reverse from the guy on mediums.
So Agafa passed the Neon coming into Ascari, but if Neon's smart here, he deploys, he's got lots of battery Neon. He should be, yes, he is deploying it, and he could quite possibly, he wants to be a little bit closer than this, and he could squeeze up the back off Agafa and get that move back again on this DRS, so he needs to deploy it, everything he's got here. He's just not on the ball here. Not on the ball at all. He's leaving it far too late. Oh, this is going to get dangerous. This is going to get dangerous. Don't do it. Don't do it. Back out of it. Oh, no. Oh, he cuts across Thor. Oh, my goodness. That was almost indecision. You want to be much closer to the guy out of Parabolica.
It was easy move, but I mean, it's looked clean to me.
Yeah, it was pretty clean, yeah. But
yeah, I mean, it was a brave move, definitely.
Neon.
Oh,
Neon
and the curb a little
bit.
I think he got a warning for that.
He most certainly would have got a warning. We're having the leaders of the race now are making their pit stop.
Yeah, Max is spitting and Blindy as well. So I think, yeah, Blindy first. We're gonna see if the gap, the gap seems like got increased, and now Max, no, that's gonna be very, very bad because he got into the traffic. And the shit, the curb, he got a little contact with Thunders. So yeah, here he lost a lot of time, indeed. Yeah, that was not the best thing to do from Max because he has lost so much time, and also now he is futuristic, which if not gonna pit now, and Max is definitely gonna be faster than him, so he needs to overtake him on the straight on this lap.
Yeah, this is where it starts all switching around for these drivers. Their fates can potentially change very quickly here with these pit stops if they just pit at the wrong time. Oh, we get a yellow. Boom is the
That
yellow
was Neo
flag.
Dio. Yeah, Neon dice spun, I think, on the first turn.
And Derogatory's having a little sniff here up the left off Neo. And yes, indeed, he gets it done. Oh, Neo's very late on the
Oh,
brakes.
Neo, that was very late.
Oh,
Oh,
no, 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 no,
not
no,
the
no.
mess move to
That
make.
is
Yeah, that was.
someone. Yeah, that's a case of someone depending a little bit too much on their ABS.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
this is what happens. It can cause incidents. He was lucky to get away with that one. He nearly took out Pineapple. Pineapple.
Yeah, and are we
was-
gonna see now? Neo is gonna try an overtake on this car. He's very close. I think he will try it. He will try a dive on.
Oh,
Oh my god. Okay, he made it.
it's not smart. Don't pass him, Derogatory. Oh no.
No, don't pass him. No,
You're just giving
why?
him the DRS. Oh,
Oh, why did you do that? But let's
He's
see now. They're
literally-
passing through the parabolic, and yeah, that wasn't the best move to make on this part of the track, because now Neo is gonna get the DRS and blink another 2-second penalty.
here he comes. Here comes Neo. He's not afraid to send it.
No, it's not, as we
Heavy
see.
on the brakes. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he really went too deep. That was. Look, they made away with it, but this ABS stuff, lads, it's dangerous.
Definitely. I mean, that was, yeah.
But now Derogatory just needs to play it cool here, sit behind Neo, and then get him on that main straight.
Yeah, and Snap Hank in the pit now. Yeah, I mean, I think we will get some discussion on general later. We're gonna see. And by the way, now Snelly has pitted, and where is he gonna come out?
Well, Blinda is retaking the lead again. He's back up where he started pretty much from the off. Does indeed have 6 seconds. A 6-second time penalty. Max is his biggest threat. He's 4.9 seconds away from him.
Yeah.
So he's a bit of work to do to secure this race lead or race win.
Yeah, with 6-second penalty, I mean, that's gonna be very, very difficult, but in this moment, looking the gap, the general gap from the leader, Max is 5.4 seconds apart to the leader, Blindy, so in this moment, the...
Oh, Max! Max
What?
is off!
Oh,
Max is
no!
dead! He's crashed!
Oh,
Massive
Max!
crash! Lost pretty much all his wing, I think.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much gifted this, almost cemented this win for
Yeah,
Blinda if he does no more
definitely.
mistakes.
That's...
Although in saying that, Furious is 4.9 seconds, so he picks up the baton where Max left it off.
Yeah.
These yellows. It is indeed Max. So Furious can still snatch this away from Blinda, so it's not quite easy win just yet, because he does have those 6 seconds time penalty. Furious is just gingerly below the 5-second distance mark.
Yeah.
We have Kitsune in chat. The lovely Kitsune, she's asking, what tier is this? This is tier 2.
Yes,
2SRL.
and Chess.
And Mr. Chief says, or sorry, Mr. Icewind says,
Oh, and Max retired, yeah, in the pit.
Mr. Icewind says, bruh, Chief is 100% going to run out of fuel without a safety car. This was not a master plan from him. I most
no.
certainly agree.
How much fuel did he put?
Well, if he underfueled an awful lot, then the amount of lifting he's going to have to do, it's not going to be worth it.
No, definitely. I wonder how, yeah. That's bad for him. Yeah, he always takes this risk, but maybe sometimes it's not gonna pay off. We're gonna see if he's gonna walk through the truck later. But yeah, now he's still in P8, which I think he started on P10 if I'm right.
Okuerte is right behind Futuristic here. He doesn't have much battery left, but he will, of course, be gifted with the DRS. Here we go, Futuristic. Not really sure where he's going to go. He holds the right-hand side. Quierte doesn't sound like he just seals down the left-hand side, the racing line. And that should be, pretty much straightforward. Oh, Futuristic a little bit deep. Oh, Quierte clips the curb. A little bit twitchy there on the exit. But nicely navigated. What's happening here? I'm seeing a Snella. We've got a ghost car. Oh, yes, they're just trying to get past Derogatory Pineapple. I can tell you that trying to get past a ghost car, specifically whenever the setting is quite high, can be a nightmare because they block your view of the apexes and the breakpoints. It can be an absolute nightmare.
Definitely. So yeah, Futuristic 14 laps of medium. I think he's gonna pit on lap 18.
Okay, you heard it there first, people. Mr. Feta and his crystal ball. But meanwhile, up at front, Belinda has got his head down and he's realised what he's had to do. And he's starting to bang in these laps now, and he is now well over. In fact, he's really, really quickly disappearing. Where is it? Look at this. Look at the interval. It was 5.9. Tilda didn't seem to make any mistakes, and it's gone up. Look, 6.9. Where is this time coming from Blindevink?
Well, I mean, we need to remind that Tilda is with 15 laps old mediums, and also, I mean, obviously, Blind is very, very fast. So yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be easy win for him if obviously there will be no safety car or if we will not make any mistake.
But I don't know. I mean, I've only ever seen that kind of thing once before. In terms of, I think Tilda was 6 point something or 5 point something seconds, and then it's like 7.3 in less than a lap.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, there's being quick, but then there's being astronomically quick. It's like, well, I don't know. Look, 7 points. It's just constantly growing. Look at 7.8, 7.9.
Yeah, 7.9.
That is quick. Otherwise, the rest of the guys are just slow. Then again,
by the way, Kitsune say, tier 2, well, at least 2 DNF then.
And she's right, because there is...
Yeah, tranquilo now. You're retired.
There is indeed 2 DNFs. But did he crash? No, he didn't.
No,
he
didn't.
In the pits.
So
I think it's quite clearly shown here that if I have to be the first person said, I don't think I am, but Blindevink really shouldn't be in tier 2. He he belongs in tier 1.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's winning by 8.5 seconds.
Yes, and he's certainly going to win by more.
I mean, he can also get another penalty as Furious as a penalty, and the gap is 8.7. And Curity is almost... No, it's 11 seconds behind Blindy. So yeah, in this moment, Blindy can take another penalty. That's great.
Goes to show you that you can quite happily take 3 time penalties of 9 seconds and still win the race.
Yeah.
If ever there was a demonstration of someone too fast for a tier, we are witnessing it now.
Yep. And as we got the futuristic V4, 16 laps of mediums, all ties. And yeah, I mean, next lap, they're gonna pit.
Yep. Lavi is on the back of futuristic still. Lavi has quite a lot of battery, healthy amount of battery. Similar actually to Lavi.
Oh, futuristic has pitted. Yeah.
Yes, futuristic pulls into the pit. It will, of course, gift Lavi with the DRS.
And lap 18, so... Oh, but yeah, that was because Blindy has taken the flag. So for futuristic was lap 17, I think.
So we can see all these pretty healthy gaps now between all these drivers. There's not going to be really much to watch so far, but of course, Chief
we still have Chief and Stan Hanky.
Yeah, Chief is still behind Snella, but I think Snella is probably just going to have the leg. He's just going to have enough legs to keep Chief behind, even with the DRS. But this is a good opportunity, Feta, for me to ask you, have you ever been to Monza?
So this year, I wanted to go on Monza to see obviously a fun race, but the price were just crazy. So I might go next year on Imola probably. So hopefully or Imola or Monza, but for sure next year. I will watch my first F1 race in real life. And you?
No, I have never been to Italy.
Oh, never?
Never. But my parents, many, many years ago, had their honeymoon in Rome.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Roma.
Rome.
Roma.
Yes, Rome.
Roma.
Mm-hmm. Rome.
No. Yeah, so I mean, you need
What is the capital of France?
Paris?
No, it's Paris.
Paris? Okay.
There you go. See.
Okay.
Tomato, potato, potato. Aluminium, aluminum. Garage.
Alright.
Rubbish, trash. I could go on.
Okay. So I mean, you're French and I am Chinese. So I mean.
Mais oui, je parle français. Un petit peu. C'était un bon objectif de le monsieur Chief. Il y a un jaune flag.
I literally don't know what you're saying. I mean, I've done at school some French like 3 years ago, but I don't remember anything.
Who's that on the wall? Who's that?
Oh, Thunders.
Pineapple. Was that Pineapple? The Mercedes?
Wait, where is?
Yeah, he was at the wall at Ascari. No safety car. Sector 1 still.
And
yellow.
Blindy spitted.
Eh?
What?
What's going on here? Oh, a little bit of a tap. He taps the rear end off Snelle. You don't want to get yourself a... Is this literally 7... Is he... Right. If he feels so confident, pitting with 7 laps to go, and in what is that, 6 seconds time penalty, that if he feels confident enough that he can do this, my goodness, is there any other way of saying, I'm too fast for this tier?
Or about, 7 laps?
Well, look, let's see.
Yeah, let's see
how
how
he does.
And by the way, Kitson has written chat. Yeah, dans le mur. Is it right? The
Qui est dans le mur?
Yeah, dans le mur.
So she's asking who is in the something. Oh, the wall! Oh, yes. She's
le mur. I mean, wall in Italy is muro. So, I understood it.
Basically, Italian is just French with a little bit of at the end.
No.
Or, like bonjour is
That's
hello in French, and Italian is bonjour, and then they just go, no. So you see, bonjour, no.
Buongiorno.
French is bonjour. See?
Nah. It's more similar to Spanish, to be honest.
But maybe you Italians are just more negative, because the French are saying bonjour, and that's a good day.
Yeah.
And then the Italians are saying bonjour, no. So it's good day, no. That's what it is.
So
that's like me saying nice car, and you go nice car, no.
No.
See, that's what it is.
Do you think in Italian is nice car? Is no?
Well,
that's not, because it's Bella Macchina.
Mr. Blindevink is on a charge here. He's currently in P4. He was leading by miles. He pitted for the fresh soft. Oh, and he gets himself another time penalty.
Oh,
that 9 seconds.
That's after,
He has possibly just given up this race win.
Yeah, why did it pit?
I don't know. It could have, he maybe had damage. He was maybe suffering from tire wear. Or he could have probably thought that he was so much quicker than these guys that he probably wanted to get on a fresh set of softs and, get away with it. what's this? Kitsune has been in the chat. She's speaking on her own. No one's talking in the
Yeah.
chat.
And
And she says, Tipsy, I plan to take you to Italy one day. Well, first of all,
yeah, Kitson, do it. Yeah.
wait. But first of all, if she's going to take me to Italy, how is she going to do it? Because I don't fly anymore. I like to drive. So it's the first thing. And the second thing is, I don't let her drive. I drive everywhere. She's the passenger. She's the one that sits there and complains. Okay.
Don't you
So I don't
trust
know.
her?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't say live onto the world, okay? But there is a difference between her and me. The fact more that she's a her, kind of. Okay, I'll stop talking. But the other thing is, what does she say here? She says, I want to voice bomb a stream someday. Well, Kitty, I'm just upstairs. I'm live to the world. Off you come. Off you come. Come ahead. Come along. Upstairs. Do it.
Yeah, and also she said Mi chiamo Kitson, which you spell it right. So yeah, nice job. And Italy is beside France.
But did you know, Fera, that whenever we go to France to visit Kitty's parents, we go right. Oh, hang on a minute, Blinda is going to have a little look at Lavi. It's going to be a very late move.
Oh,
very late. Look at this. Very late on the brakes. Pretty much straightforward, actually. When those.
That was very good overtake.
But yeah, I think he's pretty much given up this race win now with all those time penalties. But anyway, wee bit of action there because there's not really much to watch at the moment. Everyone's separated by quite a lot of seconds, actually.
Yep.
But what was I saying there? Oh, yes. Whenever I go to the south of our France, right, we drive all the way down, but we're down in the south, the bottom right-hand corner. That's what the southeast of France, right? Down round Provence, Côte d'Azur, okay? Not too far from Nice, okay? Well, if I jump into the car, right? If I jump into the car, Feta, and I just head towards Nice, Monaco, Saint-Tropez, Calais, that region, I can be in Italy, I think, between 2 and 4 hours, I think. There's a big, massive tunnel there through the mountains and through the Alps, and you just drive through this tunnel in the mountain, and you come out the other side, and you're in Italy. So effectively, the next time I go to France, I think I might be hoping to go to France next year to do a bit of racing. Yes, more about that later.
Yeah.
Linda gets himself the fastest lap. But whenever we do go, I could just nip across to Italy.
Okay.
I could nip across to Italy, and then you can feed me and Kitty some pasta.
Yeah, why not? I mean, just tell me when you're gonna plan to go in Italy. Just let me know.
But you see, it would be almost like child labor because you're 17?
16.
16, yeah.
But this summer, 17.
Yeah, well, you're going to be 17, right? And of course, we're over the age of 18 by quite a bit. So if we go there and you make us pasta and we don't pay you, it's like we're just exploiting the youth. So we're going to have to pay you. We'll have to give you something.
Well, I mean, that's obvious, yeah.
We'll give you a little tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Or in fact, the payment would be the honor of just serving me and Kitty. How about that?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, sure. Why not? Just tell me and I will make everything you want. Pasta, pizza, I don't know, and what else? I will just advise you some restaurants.
Well, before we get into that, Blinda is now going to go for a move on Quierte. Quierte is not deploying. This is going to be a pretty straightforward move for Blinda as he moves up into P2. Obviously, he doesn't have enough time to catch Furious and get away, so he has given up this race win. The thing is, how many time penalties does Furious have? I think he's only got the one. So if he's got 3 seconds, he is far enough away from Quierte, which tells me, roughly, if everything stays the way it is, Furious is going to win this race, but Quierte should indeed take the P2 off Blinda, because Blinda has 9 seconds. And so it's going to be a Furious P1, Quierte P2, Blinda P3, I believe. But we're going to see what happens in the next couple of laps.
Yeah, and also, it's not just like, but I can sing O Sole Mio while we eat our pasta.
What is O Solo Mio?
I mean, it's a song, but I
Come
can't
on.
sing it. No, because
on.
it's not like it's from another dialect, like it's
You don't have to
Siciliana.
say it. Just give me the kind of how does it sound?
I don't know. That's the problem. I know it exists, but I don't know the rhythm, so I can sing it.
So
Maybe,
you have.
maybe next
Can
week.
you hum it? Hum it. Just go.
No, I don't know. I told you.
Right. You know what, Kitty? Let's go. We've only got one lap to go. Come up quick, please.
Oh, maybe it's like oh sole mio. No, I don't. I don't know.
No, Kitty, come on. Get Kitty up here. Come on.
Yeah.
Listen, folks. There's nothing to see, right? Everyone
Yeah.
is separated within loads of seconds. There's literally nothing to watch. We're just
Yeah.
gonna go off the track here for a minute. Kitty, because she's listening downstairs. Up you come. Come on, Kitty. Let me know what O Solo Mio sounds like. This is your moment.
Yeah.
I want to know what it sounds like. Yes.
I don't know.
Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone has never heard Kitsune before? Here we go. Kitty.
I don't know. It just goes, oh, sole mio. Something like that. It's a lovely
Oh,
Italian song.
cornetto.
Yes, it's a bit like that.
Give it to
To
me.
me.
Oh,
Just one cornetto.
Yes.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, sole mio.
Oh, solo me. Oh, just one cornetto.
Hey,
From World Ice Cream. Yes.
if he doesn't know O Sole Mio, he can sing Cantare.
What's that? Fede?
Cantare.
What's that?
Whoa.
Right, I don't know that. Do you know that, Fede?
Yeah, I know it.
Right, go ahead, man. Go.
No.
Yes. Come on,
No.
I sung for you. You have to sing for me. Just
it's-
one cornet. Sorry.
I mean, it's volare, not cantare. It's like no,
Do you know what's
that's gonna
awesome?
be.
You know what's awesome? The Italian national anthem, because it just starts off really. Oh, futuristic going for a move on Tilda. Futuristic going for a move on
yeah.
Tilda. We got a little bit of action here, folks. Tilda's fighting it. Futuristic's hanging on the inside, but Tilda does indeed have to give it up. But it's not over yet. Tilda doesn't have much battery. He's only got 86%. Oh, this is going to be really tight. They don't have much battery at all. Futuristic has just got enough. Tilda is out of battery. Will Futuristic hold on to it? Oh my goodness, this is a really good finish for the end of this race. Tilda and Futuristic still battling. They're still side by side. I think Futuristic has just done enough. But of course, Tilda will indeed have the DRS on this final run, but neither of them have got much battery. Futuristic has just enough to defend this. He's up to 30%. Here we go. Futuristic is deploying. And he's off. This is it. Futuristic needs to hold off. He needs to defend this move on Ascari, or he has indeed lost this move. Oh, we got a yellow somewhere as well. We're going to stay on board here.
Blinder attack.
Tilda's lost it. He's lost it. Both of them have crashed.
No.
It was going to be a photo finish between these two, and they're both off. Futuristic is out, but Tilda might just be enough to hang on to take this P7.
Yeah.
If Thor's too far away, Tilda is going to have to limp round.
I was expecting it to be on. Yeah, Scary. Yeah. So don't make a move on the Scary. That's my advice.
So Futuristic has lost that, but he's going to somehow still keep that P9, even though his car is buried into the wall. Tilda does indeed manage to limp round into P7. Blinda DNFs. Thor weaving takes P7. And then, of course, we're just waiting for Agatha to... round it off. Here we go. We just come around firing about like that. Just finishing up the race. Here we go. Agatha comes round with 2 stops. He's got a time penalty as well, but I don't think that will affect anything. Is he going to keep this P9? Oh, he jumps. Actually,
He
jumps
takes
someone there.
the checker flag.
Anyway, are you going to sing for me or what? Just one cornetto.
Give it to me. Do you know the national Italian anthem?
No, I just don't know it goes at the very end.
Do you
That's
know?
it, though.
Don't you even know how it is start?
No, you're going to have to start it from. Well, hang on. Before you do start it, let's
Yes.
just call the grid down. Let's try and keep some form of professionalism in this
Okay.
race.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Mr. Furious takes the win at Monza. He was one of the names we mentioned, Feta, that potentially could take this race win.
Yep.
The race win. Furious takes the P1, with followed by Quierte, then Lavi getting himself a very nice P3. Snella and Chief, fourth and fifth. Tilda, of course, limping around in P6 with half a car almost. Thor keeping it under control and taking into P7. Agatha was the last real on track finisher in P8, Blind in P9, and rounding out the top 10 was Mr. Futuristic. I can hear music in the background of my house. That's probably Kitty, but we're just going to let that go for the moment. Now, the thing is, do we do interviews?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Why not? Interviews. So yeah, if you wanna get an interview.
I need to take a drink here because my throat's a bit sore.
Okay. Don't worry. And meanwhile, we can get.
So, we have Futuristic and Mr. Furious in the general chat too. Does that mean they want an interview?
No. Meanwhile, we can get some. Then.
Oh yes!
Fratelli
Yes, I should know that actually because I was the only person that I know of that betted on them winning the Euro Cup. I actually put the bet on them from before they kicked the first ball. I said they are going to win the European Cup, and they did, and they netted me a nice little tiny packet. Anyway,
Yeah,
interviews. Do we interview anyone?
yeah. If you want to, yeah, we can.
How does it end? How does the national anthem end again? How does the ending go? Because the ending's like it goes mental.
Oh,
doesn't
it's
it?
like siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia
Yes,
chiama.
go. Come on, I want to do the ending of the national anthem.
Siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiama. And you have to start.
Anyway, back to the stream, if anyone is actually watching. Interviews.
Yeah.
You have all the controls.
Yeah,
you do your thing.
so I don't think. Yeah, I think Futuristic want to get interviewed. Hello,
Oh.
Futuristic.
Hello.
Mr. Futuristic.
So yeah,
did?
we have
You
seen.
did? Oh, go ahead, Philip.
We have seen the crash on the sky. What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't seen it in third person, so I have to go back and check. So, no comment.
Well, what it seemed to me is, first of all, it was a fantastic bit of racing that started from turn 1 all the way around to Ascari. It was quite exciting, and it gave me something to shout about. But what it seems to be anyway, is that Tilda initially lost it out of the exit of Ascari. But I wasn't sure whether there was any contact as he was spinning, because it was only while he was like almost 90 degrees did we see your car. Did we see your car hit the wall? So we're not really sure, Futuristic, whether he had any say into touching your car or whether you just both lost it. But alas, I mean, I'm sure we'll see the footage. But putting that to one side, man, how did you just find the race as a whole for you?
Basically a DRS train. I mean, I were in a free car DRS train, but only with softs around me, so it was hard to keep up at the beginning. And when it was my turn for the soft, they were basically too big of a gap, since I spun on the medium run. So yeah, I'm a bit lonely for the 20 laps.
Yes, we did point that out, that after near the end of the race, definitely all the guys were kind of separated by quite a large margin. Blinda was actually on shot to win this race by he was like 8 seconds in the lead, but he had 9-second time penalty. But he ultimately pitted for fresh media or fresh softs and then DNF'd. So, but yeah, it was. So you found your race a little bit boring then, Futuristic, at the end?
For a second question, yes. It was pretty boring until the last lap, and yeah, I was, as you said, with Blinda, I think all of us were surprised that he pitted, but according to something I have heard, he was told to not race for the win, but if you put a reserve in the race, let him race for the win. I don't see why are you gonna have to tell him to not go for the win.
Yes. Well,
You're not allowed to go for the win. Well, don't put him in the fucking race.
yes. Well,
It's
I
that
mean,
simple.
I would support that if there is someone that is too fast for a tier, which he is, then they really shouldn't be racing in the tier in the first place. They should be racing in the tier higher. He should be in tier one, as should actually quite a number of guys in tier 2. It's a bit of a weird thing because whenever I've had drivers in SLR, that me, racing, and you don't win on purpose, you give up the race win, people will be upset by that, and rightfully so. I think that you're kind of manipulating to some degree the race result. So if you are picked to race, or if you race to win, regardless, whatever it is. So yeah, I haven't heard that, but it was quite clear for everyone to see, I think, on the stream that he was effortlessly going to win this race. I actually had predicted him to win it before even quali had even begun. But yeah, regardless, Futuristic got the race win, man. And even though you were buried half a car into the wall, you still managed to take P10.
Yeah, I guess. I don't get the point. It's basically the gap behind me was pretty big, so I lost P9. I didn't get P10. I lost P9.
Well,
that's
yeah,
basically what we can say.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
But there really isn't much more really to say, Futuristic, because it wasn't the most eventful race. I'm quite surprised we didn't get a safety car because there were some quite big shunts or spins, but suppose nothing really serious enough to warrant it. But alas, that's Monza over and done with. So are you looking forward to tomorrow, man, for your tier 3 race?
Since when are tier 3 on Wednesday?
Tier 4, sorry?
Since when am I a tier 4 driver?
Well, I mean, Thursday then, for goodness sake.
Hammer, if you see this, let me race tomorrow. I will be on bed.
No. Look, we
you heard it here first.
I can join as well if you want.
Whoa. Hang on a minute. Just hold your horses, lads. We already have a really, really, really fast tier 3 driver has a reserved for tier 4 now, right? Which is silly. Let's point that out. And then we have Meepo, who has moved up from tier 4 to tier 3. He has reserved as well. Now, he might get it. I don't know. But certainly one of them shouldn't get it. But if he does get it, then Futuristic, just apply. But it's likely that he'll not get it because he's too quick. So no, you will be racing on Thursday.
Yep.
Do you think you're going to do much better than you did today?
I don't know. There's a different grid in SLR, so I will see. Only time will tell.
Basically, what I'm trying to get at is, do you think you can beat me in tier 3? Monza?
It depends on what tools I'm able to use.
Well, you'll be using the same tools you were using today, surely?
Yeah, but if I'm tipping the FIA, I might do something
Oh,
me?
so this is how you guys get these results. You do a wee bit of backhanders. I'm going to have to be onto the phone to Chief. Say, Chief, name your price.
Well, I don't speaking about prices, so
Stromboli.
it's on the
Stromboli.
table.
It's all behind closed doors.
Basically.
Well, that's pretty much all I have to ask. Feta, have you any questions to ask, Mr. Futuristic?
No.
Wonderful. So, well, it looks like we're only getting one person for an interview. So, well, thank you, Feta. Thank you, Futuristic,
No problem.
for coming in for an interview.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. So, Feta,
Yeah.
that's the race over and done with. I have fulfilled my contractual obligations helping out today in 2S. I have fulfilled it, and I am going to now call it a quits now because I have other things to do. Namely, have a hug wee kitty and get a cup of tea.
Cup of tea, nice.
What's this? Hang on a minute. What's this chat, Mr. Chief, saying? Stromboli?
Yeah, because I'm putting Stromboli on.
What's Stromboli?
Well, it's a place in Sicilia. And I like Chip is just keeping to repeat Stromboli like since last month.
Stromboli.
No, why do you keep to say Stromboli? Just say Stromboli.
Because it's Stromboli.
Stromboli.
Because he has, look how many L's is in it. It's Stromboli.
Stromboli.
No, it's only one L.
Thor, yes, indeed, because this is a kind of like a dig at Mr. Futuristic. We just heard Thor says, "Are you going to warm the tea in the microwave, Bob?"
Well,
No.
yes, no.
People that are just not right in the head, like our friend Futuristic, they make their tea in the microwave. You do not make your tea in a microwave. That's just like a cardinal sin, right? That's one of the 7 deadliest sins in the world, right?
Mhm.
Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not whatever, that's the 10 commandments. But one of them is, thou shalt not make a cup of tea in the microwave. All right?
Okay, yeah.
See, look, yeah, I agree. Mr. Chief says, I sound more Italian than you, Fedivara. Just one.
Why? No. Why? Okay, so when I will commentate again and we just speak in Italian, so nobody will understand what I would say.
Stromboli.
But yeah, we can say together, grazie ragazzi.
Hang on, man. Thor's asking, what's your favorite tea flavor? Well, tea? That's my favorite flavor. The flavor of tea. Just tea. But I mean, yes. See, Chief agrees. There is only one flavor of tea, and it's tea flavored tea. I agree. You don't say, would you like a cup of strawberry tea? No, because then it's a cup of it's a milkshake, a hot milkshake. A cup of tea is a cup of tea. My goodness.
Yeah, and while you're speaking, there is the Italian anthem on the background.
Look, but why are they having this? Come on, VC with me, and let's have a discussion. Not even Earl Grey? What? Look, listen, lads. There is one flavour of tea, and it is tea flavoured tea. Now, I have my personal preference. I don't want to say it because we're not going to give free publication to these tea makers, right? But because I'm not getting no backhanders from them, I'm not getting any kind of interest from them. But there's a particular type of tea that I like. And although some teas are stronger or weaker than others, some taste like maiden's piss, as we say. They have one flavour. Tea is tea. There is no other flavour.
Yeah, tea is tea, yeah. That's
Can I
so.
see?
And yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought this stream was gonna be about the race, but we're speaking about tea.
Feta, this stream stopped being about the race as soon as I was asked to commentate. All right. The guys know what they're going to get if they ask me. All right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite happy to talk all. I was going to say a bad word there. I'm quite happy to talk all day if people are willing to join me.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't necessarily need anyone to listen because I talk to myself. You see, whenever I'm in the bath, Feta, right? Whenever
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
See, whenever I'm lying in the bath, in the soapy suds, watching everything floating in the water, amongst the soapy suds, I would often, because the acoustics in a bath,
To me. Yeah.
yes, the acoustics in a bathroom is awesome, right? Just absolutely awesome. Right? So what I would do is I would reach for the first thing that I can get my hands on. No, not that. It's a shampoo bottle, okay?
Mm.
And I would look at the back of the shampoo bottle. And the back of those shampoo bottles, they always have these really cool kind of like little stories that they have to try and sell their product. And to see whenever you're in the bath, the acoustics sound awesome. It's like, we at, I don't know, like, do they make Timotei anymore? We at Timotei find our water at the highest mountains, blah, 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 blah. The acoustics are awesome, and I love reading them. So, I don't necessarily have to have anybody listening. What else we get in the chat here? I don't want to leave yet because there's a bit of crack here on the chat. Let me see here. So, tasty coffee makes you stromboli. What is stromboli?
It's
Is
okay. So
Stromboli a thing?
I'm gonna show you guys on stream what is Stromboli.
So while you're sorting the Stromboli thing out, right?
Wait, guys.
Thor is saying here, do you leave the tea bag in the cup or do you take it out?
I'm gonna show you guys. Wait.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Just hold your horses for a minute, right? Boil the hot water in a kettle, put your tea bag in your cup. When the kettle's boiled, you pour the hot water into the tea bag, preferably on the tea bag from a height for maximum flavor. Then whenever you fill it up to the required level, you give the tea bag a good swirling around because the tea bag just sitting idly in the cup is not doing any good. You have to get the water mixing. Oh, excuse me. A little bit of hiccup. You have to get the tea bag flicking around in the cup, right? And then till your cup turns nice and dark, nice dark cup of tea. Then you spin it, give it a good spin, then you leave it for a minute. While you're letting it leave it, you go and get the milk. Right? I keep hiccuping. You go and get the milk. Then you bring the milk over. By that stage, the tea bag will have stopped spinning. You take the tea bag, and then this is where it gets a little bit contentious or controversial, because there is a fellow Irishman, Mr. Pixel. He often debates this with me, and he's a non-squeezer. Okay, he's a non-squeezer. And what I mean by that is he's the kind of guy that takes the tea bag out of the cup as it is, dripping tea everywhere over your mother's floor, right? And throws it out. Whereas any normal person like me and Chief, what we do is we squeeze the tea bag against the cup to squeeze every last little bit of goodness out of that tea bag. You then discard your nice squished tea bag into wherever you're going to discard it. Add sugar if that's what you prefer, and then you add milk till it turns like a nice little brownie color. Give it a good stir, and that, folks, is how you make the perfect cup of tea. You don't frickin' stick it in a microwave.
Yeah, and also I'm showing what Stromboli is Vulcan. So no, okay, gonna search. Okay, Stromboli.
I'm being asked. What's this? I'm being asked. What's one cornetto? Just one cornetto.
Oh yeah, that's the food. Okay, yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's the food.
One cornetto from Wall's Ice Cream.
It looks.
I don't remember the rest of the words. I'll just make it up from Wall's Ice Cream. Right. I think we've pretty much exhausted the duration of this stream. What do you think, man?
Yeah. I think it's time.
Chief's asking me to sing a mega song.
Which one?
Are we allowed to sing that? Or is there any copyright? My lovely, lovely, lovely horse. My lovely horse. My lovely horse. You're a pony no more. Running around with the man on your back. Like a train in the night, yeah, like a train in the night.
Okay, so thank you, Tipsy.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe we can sing some. I don't know. No, we're done about singing. To be honest.
So, well, to be fair, let's hang on. Can we? I think it's fair to say I have done most of the singing today, Feta. You haven't done much.
I know. But because it's quite. I feel quite cringe to do some singing. I'm not the best singer ever, so.
Well, I'm not the best singer either, but I mean.
Yeah, no, that's why. Yeah, but
But you know what I like singing, Feta? Do you know what I like singing, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, wait. But see, you know what I like singing? Before you go, whenever I'm making tea, right? Because just making tea can be a bit boring. So I like to have a bit of music on. So I would tell Alexa to play a song and I like singing with it. And it's Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love. That's wise men say only fools. You know that one? Tanya.
No,
Simon Cowell, where are you?
I don't know.
All right, so have we done now? Can I go?
Yeah,
I like to do a couple-
just time to set another national anthem.
But before we do go, all I asked from you, Philip, was to sing the very end of the Italian national anthem because it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, indeed.
Well, are you gonna sing it?
Okay, I'm gonna sing now. I just put the video. Wait
Oh.
a second, yeah?
Sing to me, go.
Il monumento nazionale è Vittorio Emanuele II,
I'm
come
gonna
meglio
stream it.
conosciamo tutti noi, il vittoriano. E aspettando la mezzanotte, da dove partirà uno spettacolo di fuochi d'artificio proprio qui dalla collina vicino del cielo, in attesa ascoltiamo il concerto della banda musicale Interforze.
Oh wait,
Il
with this
maestro,
one.
tenente colonnello Patrizio
What do you think of the
Esposito
chances are that we're going to get into massive amounts of trouble by TS?
come meglio conosciamo tutti noi, l'inno di Mameli.
I mean, it's like you have to know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes. No, put the end on. Put the end. Just the end.
Okay.
Here we go.
Pronti
Yes.
alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò.
There we go. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy. Yes.
Nice. So I think
I'm also very hot as well. Not like in a kind of like a hot kind of wow, he's hot kind of thing, but I'm
right.
quite overheating kind of. So down with the sort of thing is right, Chief. I'm pretty much. Can I go now? Have I fulfilled
Yeah.
my contractual obligations? Is
Yeah.
Dragon happy? Am I going to be asked again next week?
Yes, fine.
Hopefully, Bagels gets his microphone or his PC sorted out, then he can do it.
Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, man, I think it's fine. Oh yeah, that's true. That was tier 2 chess. There was a race. Did you know?
No, I didn't know.
Oh,
But,
okay. Yeah, same.
To be honest, I'm literally going to walk out now because I want a cup of tea.
Okay. So enjoy your cup of tea.
Yes, I will say, ciao. What's ciao a tutti? Can you say that?
Yeah. Ciao a tutti e
what's
ci
that mean?
vediamo. Hello.
What's that mean?
Whoever.
What's it mean?
But I mean, it's like if you want to say bye, you have to say arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Yeah. So, and if you wanna say see you tomorrow, you have to say ci vediamo domani.
What? Say it's a bit
Ci
slower.
vediamo domani.
No, I'll do what your man does in the film. Gorlami. Gorlami.
Well,
Right, I'm done. That's me.